There we go. All right, now that we've changed our lines, we're going to select 3 colors. I chose the red and the pink that I started with, and then a slightly different yellow. And what I'm going to do is listen to the puppy bark, and I'm going to mix a slightly lighter yellow. And because a lot of people find doing faces difficult, I find it's easier to start with 2 different colors that aren't a natural skin color. Shoo-shoo, hey, come here, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, so angry. So then you go in, I think this is the side of her face that the light's coming from. It just feels that way. So I'm going to do this side of her face in this color. And I'm not going right to the edges. I'm leaving some of what's in behind to show through. Just because I like the way that feels. And it adds depth to it later. And I'm just going to sort of block in where I think her nose is going to end up being. Shh, don't do that right next to people's ears, baby boy. That's not nice. Shoo-shoo, are you having a grumpy? What's going on with you, mister? Oh, so angry. Such a grumpy beastie. And don't forget her neck. I have a tendency to forget her neck, so I like to remind everyone to try and remember her neck and her shoulder. And like I said, I'm just doing 1 color on one side, 1 color on the other. There's still no super deep detail to it other than selecting colors that feel really yummy to you, that you enjoy working with. He's sniffing. He makes so much noise. It's so funny. He's an adorable, noisy little dude. I love you, baby. So, and then I'm going to take some of this yellow and some of this red, and I'm just going to make a nummy orange. I like it. I still got some of the white and the other yellow on my brush. And you notice I'm not doing like a heavy layer or anything. I'm just sort of spraying just a little and then going in with the color. Ooh, I like that. I rather enjoy that color. Who knew? And I'm still not going all the way up to all the lines. I'm just kind of going in with it, letting it spread its way out. I love you. You're such a good boy. And you can go over top of some of the stuff you've painted before, because if you like it, you'll bring it back later. So don't worry about trying to paint around things or save them. It's not that big of a worry. Even if her neck is in behind something, like you'll notice I painted in the spiral because I'm going to do a little something with how we speak to ourselves in order to stop ourselves from feeling sumptuous or doing the things that we know make us feel good. Hey, baby, what you doing? So I made a little spot for that just by making a little spiral. You can see it comes down from her mouth. I just incorporated it into that one. I didn't make anything new. But she feels very warm to me. Right now, anyway. Who knows? Her colors may change again. But you can see, all of a sudden, her face is defined and it pulls her out from the background. What you looking for, Grumpy? Are you searching for something? What are you searching for? Hi. What's up? Oi, hello. You want to come up? I'm not sitting on a chair. You can't sit on my lap right now. I prefer to paint standing, so it just upsets him totally. He's just like, how dare you? Just gonna go over that spot there. And you can see it's not like a definite half the face. It's just whatever feels like half-ish. I'm not getting super careful and scientific here. Just figuring out where we're going. And I really enjoy that orange, so I'm going to keep using that to block in some of the other spots as well. Hi. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know what that means. I don't speak crazy puppy. Hey. Hi. Oh, you are coming up. You think so? Okay. You can come up and say hi, but then you have to go back down again. Whoop. So. Yeah. Say hi to the nice folks. Hello.
Oh,
You cute. You're such a good boy. Is that what you wanted? Oh, thank you. Good boy. Good boy. I love you.
Oh.
So, was that, oh, you wanted, oh, you were cuddling. Oh, is that what we're doing? This is not conducive to painting in any way. Hi. This is not helpful. Best worst assistant ever. I love you, honey. Yeah. Okay, so I should try to paint while holding you. Is that what you're saying? All right, let's tuck your legs this way. Lean on my arm, and we'll do holding the baby painting.
Oh.
He's so helpful. So I really like some of these areas in here. So what I'm going to do, while he licks my face, is go into here. And some of the lines that are in the background that I left before, I'm actually going to work with those and use them as some of my defining areas as well. So I won't go all the way up to them. And what it does is gives you very interesting background textures, and each time you go in with a different color, you're going to be going in to a different spot. Like when I go back in with my next color on my next layer, I'm going to go a little bit further into the middle. So it'll end up being layer upon layer upon layer, and it builds this really interesting texture that happens. So even though I chose sort of what kind of flow I thought she felt more like she had, this step could actually change, again, everything that I just did. Okay, you have your tongue in my ear. That's a bit much.
Oh. Must be quite a nice feeling.
Oh, you're a good boy. I love you so much. Okay, I need one eye, though, because I actually need to be able to see what I'm doing. Just a little bit. I need to be able to see just a little bit what I'm doing. It's vaguely important. There. Yeah. Got a spritz. So I'm going to try not to get paint on you. Get my spray bottle. So this is basically my life.
Oh my god.
I know, right? This is what I do. All the paintings that I create, these are the steps I go through, plus this. Plus this cute little baby beastie here. And you can see I've made that really interesting salmon color. And then I'm going back into the middle of all the places that I did. And putting that.
That's a beautiful colour.
It's really neat, isn't it? I didn't do it on purpose. It was just whatever I could reach, really. And then
Really?
continuing on with this. Like you literally just go through all the interesting spots that look, even if they're part of your background or anything. And you just go through.
He's snoring.
I know, right in my ear. Snoring away. He's decided he's literally laying on me and looking out the window. Hi. Oh, you're gonna lick my face somewhere? No, we're good. Okay. Oh, you are actually gonna go to sleep on me? Really? Like this? Are you're serious? Oh my God. I love you so much, you crazy little dude. Hi. Were you not getting enough attention today? Oh, so up my nose. He has this interesting talent of rolling his tongue and sticking it up my nose. It's deeply uncomfortable, but he loves doing it. Doesn't do much for me, but he loves it. He's like, Right, literally feels like he's going into my brain. It's terrible.
Ah!
Can I put you down now? I'm starting to lose feeling in my arm. You're almost 9 kilograms of cute. Yeah. You're not light. You're like a sack of potatoes. Hi.
I'm sure.
This is what...
Oh, he's just loving you up completely. Oh.
This is what he likes. He likes to be held like a baby, and then he can get his cuddles in while I
take
paint.
care of you too. You're saying, okay, you're loving me, so I'm not going to be selfish. You're going to love me back too.
I love you, baby. I love you so much. Can I put you down now, though?
Oh no.
He's like, no, that's not part of the deal. Yeah, I love you so much. I'm going to put you down, though. Oh, I love you. You curl up there. You're adorable. You can look out the window. I'm right here. I'm not that far away. He's so funny. Oh, my God. He has to be all up in there. So, as I was saying, we continue on with these interesting little sections. And I'm not doing any sort of particular color selection for where I'm putting things either. Just whatever feels good, wherever it feels good. I'm really just sort of, and I'm enjoying what's, like, literally what's happening on my palette is everything's getting mixed together in different ways. So when I come up with a new color on my palette, I just kind of go back into the middle of some of the other ones where I've been. And just have fun with that. Going into the middles. And it's quite fun when you get into some of these weird big areas because you can really get into some spots. I'm just using a scrubby brush, so I'm not worried about mashing my bristles or anything because I have these really scrubby ones just in case I want to get all violent with my paint. We all have those days now and then where you're like taking it to the canvas. Canvas and I are going to have a conversation. And I'm still using the same paintbrush. It's just loaded with paint, and I'm just loading it with more paint all the time. I've run out of the yellow, but I don't feel like I need the yellow anymore. So I'm just carrying on with it. And if there's particular areas where you really love the drips and stuff, you can keep those. No problem. Like there's some spots where I just really liked the way the drips were happening. And I like the strange gradient that's happening with her hair. Like it's or whatever that is. I don't know. But there's like, it's kind of an interesting thing that's happening.
Absolutely movement.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of going with it. And that's literally what most of this process is just once you get into that flow state, and look, no crocodiles. We were talking earlier about the crocodiles.
Yeah.
You always have to wade through a pond of crocodiles or sharks or something to get to that flow state. But with this particular kind of painting, you just sort of, as you add paint to the canvas with each step and with each stage, it puts you in that flow state naturally. So it doesn't feel like as much of a struggle.
Can make friends with the crocodile.
Exactly. We can hang out with the crocodiles. Maybe we'll be friends. We don't know. You're such a good boy. You snore now. Good for you. I'm kind of want to go here. Like this, I don't really feel like I want to fill in. I just want to define those funny bobbies again. I don't know what they are, but I like them. So I'm just going to pop in behind them. And some lines I'm avoiding, some lines I'm going over top. Doesn't matter. No rhyme or reason, really. Just whatever feels nice. And you can continue on with that until you feel like you've covered as much as you want to cover. Sometimes I cover all of it, sometimes I don't. That's the best part about this, is you kind of do everything by feel, so you get used to listening to that sense of instinct as opposed to planning it all out. Which is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that. I don't know why. So, and I feel like I want some of this. I just love this pink, and I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. So I'm just going to get in there with this insanity pink. And this, again, will create more pattern for the next layers. So every time we do a layer, it's going to give us more that will help us create more in the next layer. So even though it's all step-by-step additions of color, it all ends up coming together in the end, sort of on its own almost.
He's snoring in the background?
Oh yeah, he's passed out on his little window seat. He has passed right out. Snoring away. He loves it. He enjoys his snores. Funny little dude. And for anyone watching at home, I'm painting with my friend Nicole. So we're having a day together and painting and enjoying ourselves.
That's right.
Having our girl time, painting away. That's quite fun. And so I'm going to stop the video here, and then when we come back, we're going to start on the next layer. See you soon.